You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, the hits keep on coming for one ESPN, aka ESPCNN, as we like to call him on this channel, aka Woke Center. The hits keep on coming for ESPN during this whole Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor fallout. Former ESPN employees have been talking about, race and racism and stuff like that. And now we actually have another former ESPN employee weighing in on this Maria Taylor, Rachel Nichols thing. Now, this particular person, and I'm talking about Mike Golic from Mike and Mike, he's not taking a side on the Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor thing. However, he is absolutely bashing ESPN as a company for their lack of leadership, for not getting a grip on this from jump. Now, it's possible, that this all could have been avoided in the beginning, because I believe it's clear as day that ESPN knew about the existence of that leak audio, that leak video for the better part of a year. It was recorded a year ago. They had to know about this. But yet it seems like leadership at ESPN, and I'm talking about you, Jimmy Patero, did do much of anything. Maybe they just thought that this whole thing was just going to blow over. Or maybe the ESPN is just so woke now, they couldn't do this because you have a black woman and a white woman. And if you criticize the black woman, you'll be called a racist. So we're going to be diving into what Mike Golic had to say in this video, guys. But first, here's a word from today's sponsor. Friends, I'm very concerned about food shortages coming to America. No, not local or short-lived shortages. I'm talking about a national food shortage that will affect everyone, everywhere, for a very long time. Would you be ready if that happened? Probably not. That's why I urge you to get some long-term storage emergency food from my friends at my Patriots Supply. They're the original Patriot survival company. Over the past decade, they've served millions of American families like yours. Their mission is your survival. And right now, you can save 25% on a 4-week kit of emergency food that will save the day. Probably soon. This 4-week kit has a wide variety of delicious food that provides over 2,000 calories per day, the right amount for optimum survival. Go to preparewithblackandwhite.com so you can claim your 4-week emergency food kit and save 25% in the process. Order a tasty starter kit for each member of your family, and they will ship everything quickly and discreetly to your door. That's preparewithblackandwhite.com. Okay, guys, let's get into this. It says here on the spun, Mike Golic has message for ESPN after Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor news. And he has some pretty blunt words here for ESPN. And let's just get right into it. Right here at the bottom of this article here, Mike Golic actually believes that ESPN should be embarrassed by this whole situation. They should. They really should. Leadership didn't do anything about this. They did nothing to stop the bleeding, and the blood is still flowing to this day now, folks. It says here, Golic thinks ESPN should be embarrassed with how it handled the entire situation. The worldwide leader. Are they really the worldwide leader anymore? No, they're the worldwide leader in woke. But I digress. It says the worldwide leader could have smoothed things over by simply getting Nichols and Taylor together with a member of upper management to talk things over. So this is what Mike Golic had to say. He said this, quote, "Here's my problem, and it's been my problem with a lot of things over time, whether it's at ESPN or anywhere else. It's communication," Golic said during an episode of Stu Potty via Barrett Media Sports. Communicate more. You let this situation get bad. Somebody higher up at ESPN needs to get involved and say, listen, you guys both work for this company. We're all going to get in one room and we're going to talk about this. the lack of face-to-face meetings with people to talk about anything, things that need to be talked about, to me is embarrassing. This had been a year old. Somebody in leadership needs to step up and say, okay, that person's texting and you aren't responding to the text. No, we are going to the same room. We're going to be in the same room and talk about it. I have said this from day one. I learned this from my parents, especially my father. You deal with people face to face, voice to voice during COVID. Even if it is the aftermath and you are trying to clean things up, get face to face somehow, some way. One party wanted to, the other didn't, and that's fine. But that's when the leadership needs to take charge, close quote. Absolutely, because this firestorm now probably could have been avoided by talking it out. Now, we know that Rachel Nichols on the leaked audio said that it was actually her job in her contract to be the sideline reporter for the NBA Finals. Now, if that's true, and Clay Travis actually talked about this, he said that Rachel Nichols has a legal lawsuit against ESPN if they actually violated her contract. And I would agree with that. I really would. I don't know if that's exactly true, but that's what Rachel Nichols said, But ESPN was virtue signaling. They put Maria Taylor in Rachel Nichols' spot for nothing more than wokeness. We've been telling you guys this for the longest time. They are the worldwide leader in woke. And then once again, after all the fallout and the backlash, they removed Rachel Nichols from the NBA Finals. And they put Malika Andrews in her place, so double whammy for Rachel Nichols. But this is ESPN's fault. They have created this monster. Maybe now, maybe just now, they will realize, which they probably won't because they already was talking about equity with the Black Journalists Association. They're still focused on the wokeness. It's not going to get any better. It's not. Because I guess, communication, that is secondary. Wokeness is a lot more important to ESPN than actually talking out situations. So Mike Golic, he's absolutely 100% right about this. ESPN's upper management, they failed. They failed. They did nothing to stop all of this. They knew about the existence of this video. They had to. Now, I'm not saying that ESPN didn't say that they haven't heard about the video, but you would have to be an idiot to believe that they actually did not know about the existence of this video. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, do you agree with Mike Golic that ESPN's upper management, they dropped the ball on this? I think it's clear as day. If you ask me, upper management should be actually held accountable for this. But they're not going to do it. Nothing is probably going to happen to anybody in upper management at ESPN. However, they did suspend a black person, the only one to get punished in this whole thing, a black person that actually told Maria Taylor about the existence of the video. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.